Hi, girly pops. So I wanted to come on here and talk about don't rush the level up. Don't rush it. I know we want everything fast and quick nowadays, especially with seeing so many people flex on social media and have like amazing lives. Like, I thought about this today because I wake up, I get on the weight scale and I see I'm still 143. Every day 143. Yesterday 143. Tomorrow 146. Back to 143. And I was like, when am I going to get to 136? When am I going to get skinny again? When am I going to have that amazing body I had 3 years ago? And it started to stress me out. And I was like, wait, what's going on? I'm not the type to get stressed about things I can't control. I'm not the type to want to rush anything in my life. But I guess I'm just so ready for a change. And I know you girls can relate because it gets so boring being the same. I like to switch it up. I like to be different. I like to see how drastic I can change myself in the best way possible. And wanting things to happen quickly and fast is a natural part of our society because we're taught to do things quickly, to go get the bag, make as much money as possible, as fast as possible, as quick as possible, move so quick. But you know what? A lot of the level up happens when you're still, when you're not always rushing and thinking and doing. A lot happens when you just sit with yourself and sit with your thoughts and realize what's not serving you, what is serving you. Maybe some situations from the past come up and you're like, oh my God, that was so embarrassing. Why did I do that? And then you make a commitment to never do it again. And I was so down on myself because I was thinking I'm this age, I should have this and that. I should be so far ahead. My bank account should look a certain way. I should be driving a certain car. I should be able to show off certain things. And I was like, wait, that's the opposite of leveling up, is trying to define yourself by material gain. Because if we're truly leveled up, for real, then we are innately valuable just by existing and being who we are. And I didn't want to go backwards where I thought I was moving forwards, because it's oh my God, I gotta get this and I gotta look the best and I gotta have the best of this and that. But I was like, wait a minute, this is very patriarchal. This is what we're taught to achieve. But when you stop and think wait, I used to, pray for everything I have around me right now. And I just am so thankful for what I have right now. And that gives me time to really invite more abundance in, right? And I had to really look at myself and really ask myself, how much do I love myself? I always get into this question. I'm like, how much do I really love myself? Because that will alone attract so much and fix everything. Because I was getting sad and depressed because I gained weight, right? Basically, I got depressed and wanted to stay in the house and not socialize when I was gaining weight because it was getting bad. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I got to this weight. I used to look so good. I kind of just want to stay to myself and not talk to anybody because I feel I don't know. I had to ask myself, why do I feel like that? Why do I get depressed when I gained a little weight? Why do I withdraw from the world when I'm feeling insecure at the slightest? Well, it wasn't slight. It was 10 pounds. 15. It was 10 to 15 pounds. But why do I get so low vibrational just from gaining weight. I should think like, if I really loved myself, if I loved myself to the fullest extent, I would say, okay, no big deal. I know I love myself enough to do what I have to do to get in the best shape of my life. And I would stop the behaviors, change the behaviors, get real with myself. I need to join the gym. I need to eat healthy. I need to, do what it requires to get my body back. And I have faith in myself. Like, I know that I will do that. I know that's who I am. I know I always strive to be the best version of myself. But the fact I got so down and depressed, looking at old photos, comparing them to what I look like now, like, that just made me think, like, if something this small, like, shook your confidence, then, like, how much do you really love yourself? And I had to think, I'm like, wait, that's a great thought. That's a great, like, self-actualization to ask myself, because, there's people out there that no matter what, they think they are the most amazing person in the world. It doesn't matter if they killed somebody. It doesn't matter if they gain weight. It doesn't matter if they commit the most horrible crimes. They'll be like, yeah, I'm the best. I deserve all the best that life has to offer. But, an everyday average person like me gains a little weight, and then I start getting depressed, like I lost my my sibling. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is not that serious. And that's something I have to work with myself. Like, I think this is genetic, but because I've noticed this in my family. Like, I have come so far with learning how to control my emotions and, like, talking myself through things and building up my own confidence, being like, hey, it's okay, we can do better, we can still strive for the best, we can still move forward, this is no big deal, we'll overcome this just like we overcame everything else. But I still have to, like, work on my emotions, because I go through highs and lows, not like extreme or anything dangerous or anything like that, but I go through like these insane like highs and lows where I get so happy at like the smallest thing that happened, or I'll get like really down, after I gain weight, and then I realize I have all this work to do. I get really down looking at how long it's going to take for me to meet my financial goals. But I still do it anyway. I snap out of it and I'm like, okay, whatever. Let's just put in the work. Don't be a crybaby, right? But I really want to work on balancing my emotions more, because that takes a toll on your energy. When you keep on going, high and then low, and then you're high vibrational and then you're low vibrational. I was like, wait, what can I do to find a balance to where my emotions are always like steady? And what was the answer? Like, stop caring so much. Like, stop making, a spill of milk into a flood. You're acting like you're overreacting. I was overreacting. And it's a waste of energy, because we need to focus all of our energy on our goals, all of our energy on leveling up. We only have so much time, so much beauty, so much energy. And yeah, that's what I've been realizing. And it makes me feel like this is really like real level up work, because if you don't learn to balance out your emotions and how you deal with situations in life, it's going to come back to bite you in the butt sometime around. And you know what I noticed? I noticed that in my 20s, I used like different things to cope with emotions. But now that I'm older, and even though I dealt with stress in healthy ways, it feels like almost like the goalpost has moved. And it's like, the better I get at managing myself and my emotions, it's like the more challenges that come. And it's like, okay, you can do that. Like, Let's see if you can handle more anxiety. And I'm like, where is this coming from? But yeah, you gotta love the level up, because I feel like there's no limits to it. It's like, just when you thought you could be the best, just when you thought you overcame the worst situation ever, here's another situation. Here's another way to level up. Here's a better foundation. Speaking of, I spent my night going to the gym, and then I went to Ulta and I found the perfect foundation shade. This is Tahoe by NARS, the light reflecting foundation. Isn't it a perfect match? It's perfect, right? And you know what's crazy? I went from the shade Cadiz to Caracas, I don't know how to say it, to Tahoe. So I think my skin is getting lighter, and I do focus on brightening my skin, because once I'm out in the sun, it gets really dull, and then I like to exfoliate and brighten it back up. So apparently my skin shade changed like 3 shades within, I would say, like 9 years. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, don't be too hard on yourself, you know, and take your time with leveling up. You have to enjoy every single moment. All this time I was away from YouTube, I was down on myself. I was like, oh my God, like, why should I be talking on here? I don't have this, I don't have that. But I said, to hell with that. I like who I am in every single moment. Every single day, every single hour, every single minute. Like, I am worthy of voicing myself, showing up, and just being who I am. I had made a comment on TikTok where people were talking about what their purpose is in life. And I said my purpose is to look nice and eat good food. And this girl said, oh my God, you're a loser. I said, what? Blocked her. But anyways, another girl was like, oh my God, you could be a model and do food reviews. And I was like, oh, that's like my dream. That is perfect for me. I can be a model and do food reviews. Like, how amazing would my life be to travel the world, take beautiful photos in beautiful places, and eat amazing foods. Y'all know how much I love food. Oh my God. Oh my God. And yeah, it's just examples like that of why I love leveling up, why I'm so passionate about self-improvement, because you always learn a little bit more about yourself, and it's just so interesting. And you also learn how to be unbothered, how to stop caring so much. And also, this lowers your stress level. It keeps your cortisol low, because I was getting so much anxiety, like wanting to get so much money and be so skinny so fast and grow my hair long and get perfect skin. I wanted like tomorrow. And I started stressing out about it. And I was like, wait. This is not who I am. Like, why do I feel so stressed and rushed to get to a certain goal? And I was like, let's just take it easy. Let's take a deep breath in and let it out. Yes, see, this feels good. This is how life should be. It should be breathable, soft, flowing, not rush. Oh my God, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do that? That's not leveling up. You have to be like, okay, it'll happen. It's on its way. It's coming. I already have it. You have to journal. You have to breathe. You have to love yourself. Take the time to really enjoy every fiber of your being. And I'm just so glad to be back on YouTube. I am so challenged to do a video every single day. And I'm gonna do it at night because I have so many things to do during the day. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video.